Today we're making the Betsy Ross, which I have no idea why that name has anything to do with this drink. But it's a clear drink with nutmeg on top.
Well, it first appeared in 1941.
Oh.
There was history we just never read in the show.
That was like towards the beginning of our involvement in World War II. No idea why that has anything to do with Betsy Ross. Still.
Keep watching to figure out none of that. Welcome to Cognac Cocktails. I'm your host, Derrick Schommer, in Andrew's drink.
Yes.
Betsy Ross?
Betsy Ross.
Did she make a flag or something?
She made the flag of the U.S. She's from Philadelphia, actually. The Betsy Ross house is there. We almost saw that this past weekend.
Almost.
But we didn't because we didn't have enough time.
On a segue.
You might have. Today's drink is sponsored by William Fitzgerald.
Produced
by? Yes. Not his first produced drink, as far as I know. And submitted by Justin W. The ingredients are 2 ounces of cognac, 3/4 ounce of black port, 1/2 ounce of Grand Marnier, 2 dashes of bitters, Angostura bitters. We're going to stir it with ice, pour it into a chilled coupe, garnish with nutmeg.
I don't know if black port was a brand, but that is Starboard.
Starboard port, which I love that.
While Ian is making the drink, I thought I would take the time, first off, subscribe, to read off some of the comments, maybe some of them in a short version, for the Cognac Cocktails app, because I got one here from Duke of LW. I don't know where that would be. It gives me instant access to the show with immediate updates to when it gets posted. Show's hilarious and educational. I'm very impressed with what Derrick is doing right now and the way he is handling the transition in his life. He inspires me to work hard for what I want in life. Dude, that's like inspirational comments right there. Not just great app, 5 stars.
I like Tony fucking Robbins over here.
I know. Who? Let's see. I gotta go all versions because they break it up. Amazing! And that was the subject. And then there's 3 exclamation points. 4 exclamation points. Amazing, not amaze balls? No. I'm a huge fan of the show. This is from Music Beast 369. Huge fan of the show. Instant, easy access to all the content. I highly recommend that to everybody. Whoa! That's awesome. That looks pretty good. Great. PJ Shiri says, great way to view all the videos all in one spot. Keep up the good work. The Freedy Zero. Easy to use and full of content. Bunkles! Great, easy way to quick find drinks made on the show. Oh, yeah, and there's probably a search function. Great way to stay up to date with everything CFC related, says J Spikes 12817. I feel like J Spikes.
I think he watches live streams
12817
and comments quite a bit in the videos.
Yes. Will C 54321. It says informative, entering informative app for novices and experienced drinkers. That's experienced. Exploring broad varieties of cocktails. There's a few other ones in here that I might have already read, but those are the latest and greatest of them. And Mike Clark likes this. I don't know why he likes it.
Yeah, he likes it. He doesn't need a reason, he just likes it.
So you can get the search Cognac Cocktails on the iOS iPhone store. I don't have one for Android because it costs too much money.
Pacifier, look at this thing.
Oh, I just want to suck on it like you are. That's kind of gross. So is this as cold as your ex-wife's heart or whatever that other drink was?
Not this one, bud.
No, it's still chili.
It's just chili.
Chili's good. Chili's good. Chili's baby back ribs.
Barbecue sauce.
Oh, look at that. Fill to the brim. She's gonna say put this over here.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say wait till there's a garnish on there.
No! That's a strange garnish for this.
It is, isn't it?
Yep.
We'll see though, because the port, I think I get it with the port and the.
I like nutmeg. It's just normally you see it on a foamy drink
or a creamy drink.
Yeah, anything that's not like a hardcore spirit look to it. What are you doing? Oh, are you eating nutmeg? Wow, it's nutmeggy around here. It smells like Christmas. Crazy. Or pirates. It smells like pirates.
Pirates probably don't smell like nutmeg. I guess they smell like sweaty balls for the most part. Maybe rum.
Yeah, dirty, sweaty
balls.
Salty balls.
No.
Balls.
Balls
have to do with it, but
I don't know why that was the one I only. No, but it smells like allspice dram when you like take that initial sip.
See, I don't mind the nutmeg on here. It's weird that it's on a clear drink like this. But
it's weird the way it floats. I don't know why. I don't see why that needs to be weird. But it's a little weird.
It floats because of surface tension.
Oh, I understand why it floats.
Oh, okay.
I find it weird that it's there floating. Like it looks like
Sawdust. It looks like you
It
made
looks
this
like-
drink at a construction site, and you walk
and
through
you're
it and somebody was sawing
"Ah,
something over you.
dude.
Oh, I gotta bring it back.
But
you
it
know what's
has a
funny?
nice aroma to it.
You know those malted milk ball Easter candies, like the Easter eggs with the malted milk thing inside of them?
Yeah,
They're like
Whoppers.
crisp rice, like the rice, like the
Oh yeah. Like a crunch.
Crunch Bar.
Crunch Bar.
I used to think those were
Oh,
bad, chocolate gone bad, so I used to throw those out when I was a little
Oh,
kid.
Those are the best
gosh.
ones.
They're the best. I know this now, but when I was a kid, I used to think that meant they'd gone bad.
You know,
And I used to throw those out.
Been like, give them to me. I love that chocolate.
Someday,
I'm like, another one.
someday I wanted to be able to interview all the hosts of the show and say, what is one thing that nobody knows about you? And I have a feeling that everybody's going to know everything already, because that's the
About
stuff
me?
that... Yes, because you could bring up random stuff,
I don't really hold back.
like, that no one... Like, that is... I don't do
I
that.
could go dark, I guess, but
No, but
I like to keep it light here.
I've never done that, but I feel like I wouldn't remember if I did. You know? Question of the day, what is it...
remember. That's traumatic.
Yeah.
Throwing those away and then realizing they're the best ones
I know.
ever.
What is something from your childhood that you've recently just went, oh yeah,
So sage, Kenneth.
like that you just remember and you're like, I remember that. Like sometimes I think I put it like in the back of my head someplace, like in
Like that one time I was on my way to school when I was a little tiny kid and I shit myself.
yeah.
Yeah,
That
I
would
would come
do it.
home. Like, yeah, that's traumatic.
That would be traumatic.
Yeah.
Who hasn't done that as a grown up or a little kid?
I have Italy says.
Is that true, Granddad?
Yes.
Dude, you leave
It's not
chocolate
at school.
you leave chocolate starfishes in your pants all the time.
Let's not tell people that.
AKA skid marks.
Like large.
Interesting, you're playing a racing game right now.
I can't. I mean, the last thing. You know what? Here's one that I thought of the other day. That's kind of weird, but not weird. But it was cool, like a childhood thing we used to do. We had my neighbor who's. You ever watch the show Hoarders?
Yeah,
So my neighbor,
was a hoarder.
he's like that, and he just has stuff everywhere. So, as a kid, I just thought he was kind of cluttered. Never really thought of it as a disease.
Right.
RC Prime over there for those.
Yeah,
that
RC
don't know why
Pro
he's
was a
not paying
great
anything.
game. I'm going to be playing this after we finish.
So.
Me and Liam. So
We used to have, he had these big plastic barrels, like probably something you'd probably put radioactive stuff in.
yeah, like the
big,
55-gallon drums,
yeah, but they're not metal, they were like
plastic.
plastic.
Yeah,
With,
food safe. The blue
yeah.
ones.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what it was. They weren't blue, they were black.
Okay.
But the same type of thing, but big.
Yeah.
And most of them had like a cap on the end of them, which was nice. So that we'd tip them sideways, and we would stand on them, and
You
we'd
do a barrel roll.
but hit each other, try and not, you would try and knock
Yeah.
each other off.
Oh, that's cool.
But and it was fun, and one of the issues that you had is that they would get so staticky from the plastic in the dry heat. There'd be like clippings of grass on them, and like when you fell off and you hit the other person, it was like you just shocked the crap out of them. Like you fly off because you'll fall and you'll touch them. It's like you just get hit. But it was cool. I don't know why. Like one day I was just thinking about stuff, and I was like, oh, I remember that was a good time. It's stuff
Someone
like
was a
you just
joke.
don't remember. Not as cool as
That's
throwing
bad.
out chocolate.
Let me do that again. That was where.
Wow,
that's
was
where
a
it's
good
at.
one.
I can't hear anything.
What?
I know. Thanks,
That was for you.
Red Alert X.
Red Alert XXX.
So, what is it in your childhood
Sounds like a porn
that
channel.
you remember that just came to mind, or that the last thing you remember that came to mind? You're like, wow, I don't know why I remember that, but I remember that was good.
I have cancer. I remember that.
And then there's Liam. I had cancer.
Pepper boogers. That's great.
That works.
I remember when we were a kid, we were.
You
Mom-
can't beat that though.
Mom was making something in the kitchen, and she was doing. She was food processing onions, and I decided it would be a good idea to call my sister in and tell her we were making pina coladas. So she drank the onions, and she was not happy with us.
And you would do that, and you'd be like, ah, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
And then you walk off, and you're like, oh, that ruined the whole thing.
I don't know if she remembers that. I remember that.
I'm sure she remembers it.
I also I did something really mean to her too before.
That wasn't me?
We used to have a long driveway, and we had like those. You know those metal. You got the dog runner out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the metal coated in plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was lying across the driveway, so I hid behind a tree with the dog thing going across. And when she drove across on her bike, I pulled it up on her
Oh, that would hurt.
because it was like a cartoon thing. I caught her under the neck and flipped her off the back of her bike.
You
Yeah.
get in trouble for that one?
I think I did.
He buried
I
that.
may have, yeah.
His
No, I didn't bury
parents
that. I
aren't
remember
in
doing
the
that. I feel bad now, but she's alive and we love each other, so
And it's all good.
it's all good.
I had people throw big wheels at me
Like to
when
think I made her
jumped on
strong.
ramps. I was never the guy that did any of those things. I was always the guy subject to them.
Dad,
that
have you
happens.
ever put yourself inside of like a monster truck tire and rolled down a hill?
It was those barrels. Some of them would come off,
Yeah.
and we'd put my neighbor Jeff inside of them, and then we would do it all. We would do it, but with him we'd actually put the cap on it. And then they'd roll it down. Because you left it out when you got really sick from flying down the hill. You could just get out and kind of relax. We would clamp him into it. It was like they can get
Super
out.
nice.
It was really dark in there.
For those of you who didn't think Derrick was an asshole,
Anyway.
One time that I can remember.
we digress.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Interesting drink.
Is he still alive?
He's still alive. Yes, he lives down the road. So you can check us out on the iPhone app. Like I said earlier, if you don't like iPhone apps but you have a TV, Roku. If you have the Roku,
Yeah, Roku.
I will. I'm still gonna try and figure out a way to get on some other devices, maybe like a Chromecast. I don't know if you could do that, but I'd love to get on some of those
That
things.
would be cool.
Fire,
Bet you can.
Amazon,
If anybody can do it, you can do it.
Spotify. I'd like to get on Spotify.
Oh, you can do Spotify. I just saw something on there.
I just gotta figure out how
There's
to.
podcasts and
submit
stuff on Spotify.
it. I
now.
know. I just don't know how to get on there.
Like I literally just got the newest Spotify, and I'd never seen that before.
Yeah, it's out there, and I want to get out there. And
Podcasts and videos.
Dude! I need that! So I gotta figure out how to get a Spotify. If you can think of any other ones you consume that you'd like to see the show on, let me know so I have some ideas and I can look around and see if it's something I could do. That's it, my friends. Subscribe to Common Man Cocktails because we're teaching you how to drink.
Kind of interesting. It's like smoky and citrusy, but the chartreuse doesn't really.
I'm still working on that flavor. It's good. That's my first instinct.